Good morning. Oh, can you hear? Is this on? Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to our 2025 Class Day program.
This is Audrey Faith Blair. She's our class president and the daughter of Michael and Julie Blair.
This is Ava Monroe Ratchford, our class vice president. She is the daughter of Jeff Ratchford and Amber Smith.
Now, we would like to introduce you to the rest of our class.
Allison Elizabeth Cloud, daughter of Matthew and Lyana Cloud. James William Tester, son of Cassandra Tester.
Kayla Faye Fancher, daughter of W.B. Fancher. Adea Brooke Lindsay, daughter of Angelique and Clark Brown. And Faith Louise Letha Sutterfield, granddaughter of Jeff and Donna Upton.
Maggie Danielle Housley, daughter of Larry and Susan Housley. Lakin Dale Graham, daughter of Justin and Heather Graham. And Joel Madison Ragland, daughter of Brian and Rihanna Ragland.
Maya Oradon England, daughter of Ken and Misty England. Mariah Lynn Tang, daughter of Kaylin Tang and David Tang.
Cassidy Paulette Clark, daughter of Brent and Jill Clark. Darcy Taylor Treadwell, daughter of Sean and Pat Treadwell. Sydney Lynn Morrison, daughter of Corby and Tina Morrison. Lainey Blackwell, daughter of Jesse and Cody Castle. Alexa Marie Gallagher, daughter of Logan and Ann Gallagher. And Kaylee Hope Richardson, daughter of Sammy Richardson, Kara Harrell, and Carrie Jackson.
Ashlyn Meredith Hudspeth, daughter of Regina Patterson and David Hudspeth. Maxton Avey, son of Katina Avey. And Lindsay Aaron Reed, daughter of Aaron and Stephanie Reed. Damian Kite, son of Luke and Kara Kite. Matthew Horton, son of Jamie and Amanda Horton.
Luke Switzer, son of Misty Maynard and Bobby Switzer. Camden Lindsay, son of Angelique and Clark Brown. And Isaac Zitter, son of Kip and Kara Zitter.
Toby Campbell, son of Ricky and Jason Campbell. Tisha Ann Davis, sister of Melissa and Austin Passmore. And Austin Ray Flood, son of Donald Ray Flood Sr. and Cynthia Linnell Flood.
Dustin Willard Pruitt, son of Alice and Larry Pruitt. Ezekiel James Daniel, son of Jonathan and Jennifer Jackson.
Augustus Horton, son of Heath and Jeannie Horton. Kaiser Housley, son of Kevin Housley and Alicia Shaw. And Cash Cox, son of Lisa and Roy Cox.
Addison Elizabeth Brown, daughter of Jerry Dale Brown and Brooke Lindsay. Adam Brown, son of Patty Brown and Jimmy Brown. Dylan Tyler, son of Samantha and Anthony Tyler.
Tate Kelly, son of Shane and Michelle Kelly. Timothy Martin, son of Bridget Martin, Kenny Tumbleson, and Louis Martin. And Aiden Jeremiah Barnes, son of Abigail and James Barnes.
Colby Ray House, son of Ronnie and Alicia House. Lorenzo Rivera, son of Laura and Marcos Rivera. Adam Ray Harris, son of Adam Harris and Andrea Forga.
Caden Mills, son of Jenna Mills and Randy Romero. Dakota Collins, grandson of Polly Collins and Robert Collins and Andre Grip.
Kimberly Renee House, daughter of Amber and Thomas House. Joseph Flint, son of Justin Flint and Stephanie Davis. And now we will read our class history. In 2012, 38 energetic kids started their journey at Marshall Elementary School. Those kids were Colby House, Toby Campbell, Maxon Avey, Ethan Rowe, Tate Kelly, Faith Sutterfield, Ava Ratchford, Allie Cloud, Adea Lindsay, Camden Lindsay, Ashlyn Hudspeth, Addison Brown, Matthew Horton, Lakin Graham, Kimberly House, Maggie Housley, Dustin Pruitt, Cassidy Clark, Joseph Flint, Cash Cox, Gus Horton, Ezekiel Daniel, Sydney Morrison, Darcy Treadwell, Alexa Gallagher, Dakota Collins, Dylan Tyler, Kaylee Richardson, Luke Switzer, Audrey Blair, Lorenzo Rivera, Laney Blackwell, Joel Ragland, Aiden Barnes, Bailey Switzer, Lindsay Reed, Isaac Zitter, and Maya England.
Alexa threw up and she started a full house meltdown, like the purge, but with vomit and 0 survivors.
Addison and Cash threw hands in the iPad tent like it was a fight club.
Maggie, Addison, Cash, and Lakin spent too much time in the timeout for talking instead of reading. They basically opened a satellite campus there.
Kylie Jones and Gus got married on the playground.
I started puking in Miss Josie's class, and while everyone rushed to the bathroom for paper towels, Lindsay had the door locked like it was a VIP lounge and no one else had the pass.
Lainey cried every day like it was her full-time job.
Gus taught Miss Moore's class how to do armpit farts. Turns out that's the only lesson that really stuck.
Isaac loved V8 so much, he brought one every day like it was a secret potion for world domination.
Aiden and Gus bullied a kid for eating rocks.
Because apparently, even their snacks, snack choices needed a review. Cassidy busted her head open, acting like a horse, recreating the canyon scene from Spirit. Only instead of galloping into the sunset, she ran straight into Miss Moore's front door, and she had to get it glued back together. Cassidy's agricultural roots started young when at recess she started gardening flowers, which were actually just weeds. The maintenance crew were more upset than delighted to take out the large patch of weeds. Cassidy was devastated. Apparently not everyone appreciated her green thumb.
Cash cheated on me with Kylie, and suddenly the playground became a reality TV show. The Bachelor recess.
No, that's me. Lakin and Maggie always competed when riding the daily 1 to 100 in Miss Ray's class. There was lots of cheating and lots of fighting. Miss Ray eventually had to separate them, and they did not get popsicles at the popsicle party.
Our first year at MES is finally complete, and we are now in first grade. Kim and Joseph started dating. They are still together. Turns out grade school love can actually be a pretty solid foundation.
Nathan Hall gave Charlotte West a purple plastic ring, but he always had a crush on me. He took the ring away from Charlotte and gave it to me instead, but I threw it in the trash. I said I wasn't going to be second.
Drake Harris. Drake Harris told Sydney Morrison on the last day of school that he was moving. But don't worry, he'd come back one day to marry her. Sydney, meanwhile, is now happily dating someone who isn't named Drake, proving that long distance wasn't the love story that Drake had in mind. Tate broke his arm, and Maggie was so jealous of his cast, she claimed that it was fake and told him that to hit it on the wall to prove it. Tate, being the sensible one, refused, and Maggie still doesn't believe it. The mystery of the fake arm lives on.
Cash's dad packed his lunch one day. All it consisted of was a jar of chocolate case icing and a butter knife.
Faith and Maya started the Walnut Processing Company. The company grew fast, and they had many employees that had excuses for not finishing their homework.
In second grade, Adam Harris joined the class. Adam Harris got Tate's green paper, and everyone started yelling at him like it was the last slice of pizza at a pizza party.
Kaylee pants Hayden in front of everyone.
Lorenzo and Maggie started dating. So did Sydney and Matthew. But secretly, Lorenzo and Sydney plotted behind their backs and broke up with their partners and started dating. So it was basically a soap opera, minus the dramatic music.
During lunch, Sydney and Dylan kissed, though they both deny it to this day.
Clarissa Horton had to write notes to the sub telling them that Lakin and I were frenemies. If we chose to sit by each other, it was fine, but if not, leave us apart.
Gus crushed a frog with a rock. Turns out nature was no match for Gus's idea of playtime.
Zeke passed gas, and the entire class had to evacuate. He was just trying to clear the air, but it was a bit more literal than anyone expected.
Third grade is finally here, and we are now the big dogs at MES.
Darcy got pooped on by a bird. Proof that nature doesn't always respect personal space.
Isaac and Faith were racing on the playground. Isaac won, and Faith took matters into her own hands. She gave him a black eye. Who knew playgrounds had that kind of intensity?
Aiden hooked a loogie. The wind caught it, and like an NFL quarterback, threw it in Kaylee's face.
Every day in Ms. Johnson's class, we had reading time. And instead of just listening, Ava, me, Alexa, Ashlyn, and Aiden were either massaging her feet or playing with her hair. One day, Aiden decided to skip all of that and just hold Alexa's hand the whole period. Romantic, but not exactly the reading we had in mind.
Aiden and Adam Harris thought they could breeze through the year by just reading the back of the AR books. Spoiler, it didn't work. Parents were called, and the AR reward was officially not in their future. Guess they should have read something, anything.
Maya and Faith's Walnut Company came to an end. In fourth grade, Kaiser Housley joined the class. The rave of cows and bears started.
Gus was served divorce papers. He reluctantly signed them, but ripped them in half. So, technically, he's still married.
Lakin wrote a song and sung it loud and proud at the Veterans Day program. Lakin, can you sing it for us? Me and Cash broke up, permanently. He was crushed until he found a new girlfriend a week later. Guess heartbreak has a really short shelf life.
Kaiser grabbed Cassidy's butt and don't. In Miss Thomas's class, Because he said it was big and squishy. Cassidy told on him. The next week, her dad showed up with lunch for her birthday. Miss Caston introduced Kaiser to her dad and asked Kaiser if there was anything he would like to inform Mr. Clark about his daughter. Kaiser said nope, probably for the best.
We are now in the 5th grade in our 2nd year at LIS.
Lorenzo would always say he was moving schools, but he said it when he and Ava were dating, and Ava spent the next 3 periods in the bathroom crying because she was heartbroken.
Miss Stiles put on a market day. Kaiser and Maggie's business was booming.
While decorating signs for market day, Sydney spilled glitter all over Miss Stiles' room. She had to spend her lunch cleaning up, probably rethinking her life choices one sparkly floor at a time.
Gus always made up stories and claimed he had a gold flying pig. FYI, he doesn't. But hey, dreams are free, right?
Allie and Lindsay signed contracts to be best friends forever, legally, because nothing says forever like a legally binding agreement and a pinky swear.
Isaac broke up with Adea, and Allie punched Camden in the gut for it. Not sure who was more confused, Adea, Camden, or Allie, but I'm guessing none of them expected that kind of breakup drama.
During the life or death game of Cows and Bears, Matthew didn't make it to the other side. He collided with another student, got knocked out cold, and woke up in the nurse's office. On the bright side, he didn't have to take the ACT, so was it worth it, Matthew? One day in Miss Stiles' class, Kim had the hiccups, and Miss Stiles tried to scare them out of her by yelling from behind. It worked. Kim's hiccups stopped, right after she burst into tears.
Kaiser got in trouble from Miss Caston for drawing a fish smoking seaweed.
Maya, Ashlyn, and Hayden would throw dodgeballs at the back of Matthew, Tate, Colby, Luke, and Toby's heads when they were not looking. The boys would then chase them to get their revenge. The boys threw a lot harder than those girls.
Lorenzo was obsessed with JoJo Siwa. He even had the bows.
In 6th grade, James Tester joined the class and then sat on a thumbtack Camden left in his chair, twice.
Kaiser Housley and Luke Switzer rejoined the class.
Joel got Dylan a moon pie for Valentine's Day. He threw it away on the way to the bathroom. Nothing sends romance's dead like a snack in the trash.
Miss Caston took Gus's phone and posted a video of herself on his Snapchat story. Gus, is that why you're so hyped about the yonder pouches? Suddenly, it makes sense. Kim and Sydney had their nails painted the same color. Sydney took the nail polish off because she didn't like the color. Kim didn't talk to her for 3 days.
Brianna pantsed Maya when we got from Leslie to the high school. The girls then were inspired to go on a pantsing spree. It was finally shut down after Maya, surprise, surprise, got pants on the playground in front of all the boys. Aiden's loogie hit Kaylee in the face on the playground, again.
Gaga Ball got a little too serious when Billy Joe fractured Faith's hip. She decided that jumping on her back was the most necessary measure to take in order to avoid getting hit. Faith got a year-long VIP ride in a wheelchair.
Toby punched Brady Hayes in the face. No one knew for a while because they both just went on about their days.
Tate, Matthew, and Maggie were absolutely dominating 3v3 at recess until Cameron couldn't handle the heat and attacked Matthew. The whole dream team got in trouble while Cameron walked off like it was his court. Justice? Nope. Drama? Always. Ava and Dilla dated for a whole week. True love, 2v2 basketball, and a borrowed scrunchie. They never actually spoke to each other, but hey, in middle school, that still counts as a relationship, right?
Me, Audrey, Hayden, Alexa, Kaylee, Lindsay, Lakin, and Brianna were really excited for indoor recess. We knew we weren't supposed to run during indoor recess, so naturally we waited until we rounded the corner and took off like Olympic sprinters. Miss Gergich turned us in, but we denied everything, until Miss Barb pulled up the hallway footage. Our laughter gave us away faster than our feet did, and straight to lunch detention we went. One day in PE, Kaiser threw a rock at a bird. The bird didn't catch it and is now memorialized in a flower pot outside the gym. On the last day of school, we tried to pull a prank and ended up scrubbing the gym floor with toothbrushes. Plot twist, the real prank was on us.
On our way to our sixth grade field trip, we heard a loud bang. Our bus had a burnout. We just so happened to have had it directly across from the bus repair shop.
In 7th grade, Timothy Martin and Mariah Ting joined the class. Ethan Rowe rejoined the class.
Our 7th grade year hit, and we were Sebbies on top of the world. Absolutely no idea how to act, but plenty of confidence to make up for it.
Kaiser kicked off the school year by jamming a key into Miss Morrison's electrical outlet. He started the year off with a bang, literally.
Audrey secured that homecoming maid title with a powerful political strategy, bribing Colby with Snickers. She got the crown, he got the chocolate.
Maya joined basketball during preseason. She showed up to basketball practice in tie-dye rainbow Crocs every day. She also was notorious for throwing up as we were running, blaming it on her excessive milk drinking in the morning. Her throwing up resulted in the rest of us running for her. This only happened for a week, as that's all she played.
Every single day, me, Ava, Lindsay, Alexa, Kaylee, Hayden, and Addison would make TikToks during lunch. Can y'all still renegade, or are you retired influencers now? In the background of nearly every TikTok, Maxon was prone to running back and forth quickly, laughing the whole time. He always stole our spotlight.
Me and Jewel had our first serious boyfriends. Well, I thought it was serious until Jewel casually asked if we could swap for a few days. Middle school romance hits different.
In 8th grade, Austin Flood, Adam Brown, and Damian Kite joined the class.
Lorenzo shattered the glass door by kicking it. He then claimed that he didn't even kick it that hard. Aiden and Kaiser got into a hallway scuffle after one too many flat tires. It ended in 2 suspensions, Aiden's first win, and a lifelong ding Kaiser's pride. Kaiser, have you flat-tired anyone else lately?
Austin whipped around too fast at lunch and smacked Damien in the face with his backpack. Damien swears there were 40 bricks in there. And honestly, it's believable.
Austin left his lunch unattended, and Damien dumped it in his backpack. He didn't find it until 6 months later, and there was a whole ecosystem in there.
Maya started a milk chugging competition against herself. Each day, she would chug a milk carton from the cafeteria, trying to beat her personal record. To this day, her record is 3.54 seconds. No one can ever beat that, but no one has ever tried.
Ever heard of a hit and run? Let us tell you. Ava was just walking out of class, and from behind the door, she felt a punch in the neck. She turned around to see what it was, and all she could see was Joel's blonde hair flying in the wind as she ran away.
Damien brought a bird into Miss K's room. She screamed and almost fell out of her chair.
Colby and Allison would get into political arguments every day. Eventually, they just had to agree to disagree.
Darcy shared her assignment with Gus on Google Hangouts. He copied it word for word, including the typo, resulting in Darcy getting in trouble for sharing answers. Betrayal via typo, the ultimate backstab.
We are finally freshmen. Austin got his iconic nickname, AFlood30, when Cash and Lorenzo found his Instagram. To this day, he is still called AFlood30 instead of his actual name.
Lorenzo casually called 911 from Coach Middleton's phone. In just a few minutes, the school had police officers here. Spoiler alert, no crime, just Lorenzo.
Austin vanished for a week, leading everyone to assume the worst. He reappeared like nothing happened. Bro went on a silent retreat without telling anyone.
Kaylee dislocated her knee doing the stanky leg. That dance move really did take her out.
Camden passed out while taking band photos.
Maggie busted her head on a pole, ended up with neck injuries, and Kaiser laughed, thinking it was like a cartoon. Now she averages 1 dramatic hospital bill per year. It's just her thing. Austin hurled a Bible at James Tester, yelling, "The power of Christ compels you." The next week, same target, new line, "You need Jesus."
Austin once told Darcy her skin looked like a tortilla, still unsure if it was an insult or a compliment, or if he just wanted a taco. A randomized group of FFA members attended the Green Hand Conference. Sydney, Jade, Luke, Lakin, Cassidy, Austin, and Maya. Luke and Austin promptly nicknamed the bus the Rolling Turd after they started shaking the bus side to side, nearly flipping it over. Miss Linson yelled at each of them for singing church hymns while she was driving. Austin got locked in the big rolling turd, eventually getting let out when he threatened to crawl out of the emergency hatch. Cassidy broke her gavel on Luke's head in a gas station parking lot, and Jade and Maya were beefing over liking the same guy they had met at the conference.
In 10th grade, Tisha Davis joined the class, and Timothy Martin rejoined the class.
Tisha's first week of school, Austin ran at her, resulting in her punching him in the face.
Damien walked by Miss Vincent's room and sprayed it with fart spray. Their room had to be evacuated.
Aiden told Miss Vincent his name was Tyrone and that Aiden had dropped out. She called him Tyrone for the rest of the year. Nobody ever corrected her. Allison and Kaiser's romance began. Allie, did you ever end up going on that date?
Austin chugged two 2-liter bottles of Dr. Pepper on the baseball bus. We genuinely do not know how.
At the annual fishing derby, after being told repeatedly not to throw rocks, Luke picked up a rock and hit Cash in the face. He had to get stitches, and Luke got 5 lunch detentions.
At a basketball tournament, Tim decided to use a disability chair in the shower and flooded a Motel 6 room. Maggie lost a tooth during RTI softball. Coach Ballard casually stored it in a cafeteria milk carton like it was totally normal.
Austin and Ethan got in trouble for bringing tea bags to school, cutting them open, and dumping them into paper. They got their paper tea confiscated by Miss Linson, who said that she was writing them up for drug referencing, then downgraded it to extreme tea enthusiasm. Our junior year, Rylan Young and Caden Caraway joined the class.
Jewel left and went to OMSC for a much-needed reset.
Much like the seniors before them, the junior FFA officers of 2023 to 2024 are still traumatized by the unfortunate events of the National FFA Convention, getting stuck in an elevator, getting stuck in traffic, and etc. To this day, Lakin, Gus, Cassidy, Sydney, and Dustin still hesitate while getting on an elevator.
Instead of working on prom, we all decided to play Among Us every day, each hiding in different corners, the lofts, and behind the styrofoam boards just to prevent being caught on our phones. We mainly stuck to voting Lorenzo out, just for fun.
Austin tried to rip a grapevine out of the tree for prom. The result, he and Maggie both got taken out by the vine. Later, a truckload of vines went to Mr. Massey's house, and they found out that half of it was poison ivy. Guess they won't be vine hunting again anytime soon.
Ethan, Zeke, and Austin had a wrestling match at the park to cap off summer. Austin kept winning, but then Ethan came in for the upset. Moreover, WWE, this was the real shutdown.
Another injury. Maggie broke her ankle. It happened in the 3rd game of the season from landing on Laney's foot. On the FFA state trip in spare time, Miss Clark took Cassidy and Sydney and the other female officers to have their nails done for prom. When they returned to the hotel, Cassie decided to prank Hendrix by telling him they used the FFA funds to pay for it. They didn't.
On the state FFA trip, Cassidy dropped her phone in the Hot Springs Visitor Center bathroom toilet. In despair, the girls decided to just wash her phone under the sink. To this day, her phone makes a horrible vibration noise when she gets a text.
Kim and Luke were forced to go to Skills USA, where she brought a stuffed monkey for comfort and affection. While on the bus going to Skills USA, Luke thought it would be a great idea to drink a gallon of water, and he had to pee so badly he begged the bus driver to pull over on the side of the highway. Finally, after 30 minutes of begging, he pulled into a creepy gas station, and guess what? They did not have a bathroom.
Colby got Cassidy a chocolate Hershey bar for her birthday, but he forgot to give it to her on her birthday, so he just conveniently placed it under her windshield wiper the next day and told her. She completely forgot about it until a week later when she used her windshield wipers and smeared chocolate all over her windshield.
Maggie and Lakin stole a baby chick out of Mr. Hendrix's room and stuck it into Miss Carr's room. It was there for 30 minutes. It kept chirping, but Miss Carr still didn't notice. Finally, at the end of class, Lakin dared Maggie to put it on Miss Carr's desk. Miss Carr threatened to write them both up. They tried to sneak in the back door of the ag shop to return the chick before Hendrix would know it was gone, but he met them at the back door. Miss Carr called and told on them.
Playing around, Ethan threw Zeke into the trunk of a car, leading to Zeke busting his head open on a jack.
Directly after being told not to, Luke and Dustin went to Luke's truck at lunch. They got in trouble. Both senior high basketball teams went to the state tournament. The boys made it to the finals.
We are finally seniors. Joseph, Aiden, and Jewel returned, but now aren't considered real Bobcats. Maya also decided to come back to the high school instead of ALE, and Kayla Fancher joined the class.
Kaiser had a crush on the new girl, Kayla. He decided to give her a nickname to remember her by. But all of the creativity Kaiser has expressed over the years, the best one he could give her was Gumbo. Welcome to Marshall, Gumbo.
Years later, Jules' hit and run on Ava finally got resolved at Carl's. Ava still only saw Jules' blonde hair in the wind.
Austin and Cash got into a dispute, leading to Austin calling Cash an interdimensional corn sock. Again, Maggie got another head injury.
Cash, Kaiser, and Gus became the three stooges of our class. And no, they didn't need the actual stooges to tell them how to trip over their own feet.
Me, Maya, and Maggie left school to get food and a bow tie for the boys on homecoming day. Darlene called Maggie and told them to get back to school. They all got in trouble, and now the school has new policies where they're not allowed to leave unless parents are called and check them out.
Our volleyball team went to win districts and regionals, and our football team beat Subiaco for the first time ever.
Back to what I said a minute ago. Maya went back to ALE.
Ava broke the news to Maxton that she has more Hot Wheels than him. He didn't take it in well, and he has brought it up every day since. Maxton, she doesn't have any Hot Wheels.
Darcy found a way to skip at least one day every week.
Allie Cloud left fourth period early every single day to escape the stress of the Three Stooges, put her under, mostly Kaiser.
On our first senior trip to the haunted house, Maya had a full-blown panic attack while locked in a cage with a chainsaw welding manic. Nothing says fun like being trapped with a chainsaw. Sydney, Darcy, and Cassidy thought they'd warm themselves up before any big rides and tried a few kiddie rides at Silver Dollar City. They stayed on the kiddie rides all day.
Jewel hit an ambulance right in front of the school, and the day after, Miss Seymour said that day's assignment was to walk around the track. Jewel asked if she could sit out instead of walking because of the wreck, and Miss Seymour just said, "You lie an awful lot," but then proceeded to make Jewel walk and let Lindsay sit out. Maxton decided to sit out a paintball, claiming that it was too dangerous for children like us. He heavily encouraged Ashlyn to sit out too, so she did.
On the way back from our senior trip, Maxton was not pleased with how loud the bus was. He was texting in our group chat called 7 people, actually having 8 including himself, telling us, "I will not be at school tomorrow due to how loud y'all are," or "Y'all are too loud. Ashlyn is the only one being quiet." Ashlyn was being the loudest out of us. He blamed it on Kaiser, though we all agreed.
If you were ever looking for Ava during school, you could find her in the nurse's office, the Sea Time recovery room, or basically anywhere off campus. It was like playing Where's Waldo. During the second senior trip at Silver Dollar City on the ride Fire in the Hole, Audrey and Joel got tired of yelling Fire in the Hole every 2 seconds. So instead they started their own little call. It then spread to the whole grade, and now we have our own special senior call.
Senior class signing out again.
We will now read class prophecies.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Maxton moved to Little Rock. He made sure to get a house where he could watch the trains anytime he wanted.
Aiden Barnes moved to Nashville to work on his songs inspired by Something in the Orange.
Laney achieved her dreams of becoming a volleyball coach and returned to her alma mater, Marshall. She is still working on winning state. Her students can never find her, though. She's always at the front office, sharing her rotations with Terry.
Audrey continued her softball career and, after going pro, finally retired. She moved back to Marshall with her 3 daughters and continued her dad's coaching style with them. If you know, you know. They are now undefeated, back-to-back state champs in volleyball, basketball, and softball.
Adam Brown was determined to touch the rim. After training and training to get higher jumps, he was unsuccessful. He finally realized that it was the shoes holding him back. He developed a brand of shoes designed to help give a higher vertical. Now he doesn't just touch the rim. He's got the Grand Slam and a bunch of money from selling this new product.
Addison's career was not successful in pediatrics because her heart was still in cheer. She then joined the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, and she started her own influential social media stream teaching younger generations cheerleading standards.
Toby had everybody guessing on what he would do after high school. While others were busy announcing their future plans, Toby simply nodded and kept sipping from his jug, Bubba. So imagine everyone's surprise when a year later, Toby became the world's most beloved motivational speaker. His secret? He never says more than 6 words at a time, but when he does, people listen. With a hydrating message of drink water, be kind, be chill, Toby now leads sold-out wellness retreats across the country.
Cassidy decided ag egg wasn't the route to go, so she applied for other jobs. When she didn't get the position she wanted, she overthrew the USDA and made her own position, the IDAAA, the International Director of Any Agricultural Affairs. While her policies were questionable, no one dared oppose her, fearing exile to her top secret cornfield stronghold. The world may never be the same, but at least the crops have never looked better.
Dakota finally bought that land out in Canada and started his own line of Home Depots, specializing in undetectable pocket knives. Separation anxiety set in, and Caden decided to go in halves with Dakota on the land. They're still blasting music in the parking lot to this day.
Zeke joined the Marines and rapidly worked his way up the food chain to becoming a 4-star general. He thrives off of yelling at the cadets and leading his company into the pride of being an American.
Tisha never had the heart to move away from her nephew, and she still cries every time he has to leave overnight. She also never lost the bet that she made because she never got married. She decided that being a neonatal nurse wasn't for her, so she spent the rest of her life at card table drinking Dr. Pepper and eating chicken nuggets.
Maya finally fought off her 8th court case for reckless driving for the reasoning that she's just a girl, and is still pulling over the cops in Marshall in hopes to finally get that citizen's arrest she's always hoped for.
Kayla joined the oil field to fulfill her blue-collar dreams. She didn't stay there long because her heart was in her roots, tasting gumbo. She became famous for her spontaneous taste in different gumbos and started traveling across the South to rate restaurants' cooking, becoming an acclaimed and feared Michelin star critic.
Austin tried to continue his work as a nurse, but failed due to lack of concentration. With his unique ability to talk about 1,000,000 miles an hour, he became a musician, publishing his works for all the worlds to see. With great success and fame, he finally became the singer he had secretly dreamed of becoming. Probably?
Alexa eventually decided to stray away from her CRNA dreams. After being proposed to by an NFL star, she lived comfortably as a stay-at-home wife until her husband tore his ACL. His team was desperate, and out of kindness of her heart, Alexa joined the team. She became the first NFL All-Star, as well as the most successful player of all time. Her husband now does the cooking and cleaning while she makes the bread.
Lakin ditched her housewife dreams, chopped off her hair, and ran away to join the circus. Because why not? Now she's world famous for doing the one acrobatic move she knows, the back bend. But don't be fooled. This isn't just any bendy move. No, friends. She sings while doing it. And not just a little hum, goosebump-worthy vocals while bent like a human pretzel. It's not the flexibility that wows the crowd, it's the voice. The legend, Lakin Dale Graham.
Adam Harris was playing football with his dad when a college scout was walking by. The scout was so impressed by Adam's arm, he gave him an offer to play as the quarterback for the LSU Tigers. Adam refused the offer because he was loyal to the Arkansas Razorbacks and because he is a lineman, not a quarterback. To this day, he is still calling those Hogs.
Colby tried sticking to the blue-collar life, but fate had other plans. After earning a master's in political science, he ran for president. His campaign? More common sense, less nonsense. He won by a landslide. After one term, the people rewrote the Constitution, refusing to lose Colby, and he became president forever. Searcy County could not be more proud of their hometown legend.
Kim worked her way up to becoming the owner of Harps. Kim married Joseph, and promptly after receiving ownership of Harps, she renamed the company to Flint's. Nowadays, you can find Kim still selling GMD products while a bunch of redhead cuties run down the aisles.
Joseph tried to keep working at Flint's, but quickly decided it was too much stress. Now he is a stay-at-home dad, watching redhead hooligans and doing laundry, waiting for his beautiful wife to come home.
Matthew's plans after high school were simple: keep working at Harps. Everything changed when Harps rebranded to Flint's, and Matthew took it personally. He stormed into Kim's meeting, determined to revolutionize the grocery game. His vision: grocery stores with full basketball courts. Now Flint's is the first nationwide grocery chain where customers can shoot hoops while shopping, and Matthew is both regional manager and MVP of aisle 3.
Gus bought a 10,000-acre ranch. He is raising gold-flying pigs. Still, nobody believes him.
Kaiser finally gave up on cowboying and opened his own hair regrowth business. However, his business was never successful. He got arrested for false advertisement, and he tried to get out by flirting with the cop. He was unsuccessful again.
Allie finally escaped Kaiser and fled to follow her dreams of being a Hollywood makeup artist. One random day, she met the charming Chad Thunderbucket and fell head over heels in love. However, there was one problem. Chad Thunderbucket was an alias for the well-known fraud, Kaiser Housley. The formerly known Allie Cloud is now Allie Thunderbucket Cloud.
Cash longed for the reunion of the Three Stooges so badly, he went to extreme lengths. He bailed Kaiser out countless times and even created Chad Thunderbucket to lure Allie back. To defend Gus's honor, he funded a documentary, The Hog That Soared. Now bankrupt but loyal, Cash roams the country in a rusted RV with his boys, living crazily, crashing parties, and somehow thriving in pure chaos.
Maggie once considered a future in the medical field until she realized she'd spend more time on the patient side than holding the stethoscope. Her legendary knack for attracting injuries steered her in a different direction. Now she's a star of her own hit TV show, Survive the Sport with Maggie, where she does various extreme sports while accidentally demonstrating to the audience what not to do.
Ashlyn still doesn't have her driver's license. Betty still picks her up from the parking lot every night.
Decades of breeding Nigerian dwarf goats finally caught up with Sydney when she was stunned to discover that her newest goats somehow reached the size of a Clydesdale horse. Immediately, she dove into genetic research. Before she could reverse the change, farmers across the country started calling for her mega goats. Nowadays, Sydney runs the world's first luxury goat retreat, offering rides, milk, and serene cabins. To this day, she keeps trying to identify what went wrong.
Damien opened up a very successful tattoo shop in Little Rock. After mistaking the word scar for star and adding fairies and flowers on a leader of a bikers club, he had to shut down the business and move back to New Mexico to get as far away as possible from the newly sparkling man.
Adea bought Adam's famous shoes. This enhanced her volleyball skills tremendously. Colleges were interested in her athleticism, but the Professional Volleyball League thought she was better than any D1 school. She gladly accepted the league's offer, and now she travels the world showing off her hits and signing autographs for yearning fans.
Camden finally quit Sonic and moved to the UCA. But with his roommates still trying to finish high school, he has put off moving into a real dorm and spends his days couch hopping and writing letters to his best friend and future roommate, Isaac.
Timothy got a full ride scholarship to University of Arkansas for running track. He then goes off the deep end and gains 178 pounds. He no longer can do the running portion of track, but can only do disc and eat donuts.
Tay opened a company called Taterbug Soap, where he sells goat soap. After sampling Sydney's genetically modified goat milk, he found out that their milk instantly clears skin and has non-aging remedies. He did not tell Sydney about her goat specialty, but continues to buy the milk from her because it smells better, and claims that this new famous soap comes from his own goats.
Dustin joined the National Guard with a heart full of patriotism. While others showed up to training in boots and camo, Dustin arrived on horseback, tipping his hat and announcing he was ready to defend freedom one hoofbeat at a time. It didn't take long for the Sergeant Cowboy to make headlines after completing an entire drill on horseback. With a lasso in one hand and a flag in the other, he now leads the mounted tactical unit.
Soon after graduating and finishing barber school, Jewel opened her own barber shop. The shop's parking lot is always crowded at night, but no one is to be found inside. This is because it isn't just a barber shop, it's an underground fight club, the Brawling Barbers. Fighting under her alias, Riggedy Raglan, she wins every round with her signature move, the hit and run.
After graduation, Ethan disappeared back to Wisconsin, never to be seen again, until he reemerged as a multi-millionaire after becoming a world-famous MMA fighter through the Brawling Barbers. He then retired early and disappeared, actually never to be seen again.
After suffering so long throughout her high school career, Ava decided to become a nurse. She was determined to discover the cure for strep throat. She has yet to find a cure because her research is constantly disrupted due to her becoming a patient more than the nurse.
Lindsay lives in a camper van traveling the country. She doesn't go too far for too long, though, because she starts to miss her mom and her dog Maggie.
Kaylee's career in cosmetology came to an unfortunate end after leaving bleach in a client's hair for too long. Let's just say she left the room irritated on a phone call with Trent. From there, she went on to coach the Lady Bobcats softball team alongside Trey Pruitt and Michael Blair. Some say she shows up to games in full uniform just to relive the good old days.
Lorenzo, the master of his craft, bred a line of world-renowned coon dogs. Eventually, he moved to LA to expand his business and also play for the Dodgers. While in LA pursuing his coon dog/baseball career, he found himself with the opportunity to remix All Girls Are the Same by Juice WRLD. This remix turned platinum, making Lorenzo the first coon dog breeder/baseball player to have 4 Grammys.
Faith becomes a highly renowned dentist in Marshall. When working on a dreadful child, her patient bit down on her fingers and cut them off.
After deciding Washington wasn't for her, Bailey moved to Bama to live out her country girl dreams. Roll Tide.
Luke became the mayor of Marshall, believing that fast and efficient were meant to be in the same sentence. He formed the world's first high-speed city repair crew, filling potholes before anyone knew they existed. Nowadays, he operates the fastest and wildest city work crew in the U.S. and still insists speed limits are just a suggestion.
At 24, Isaac is currently trying to pass his 7th senior year. His truck has the same senior paint since his first one. Are these supposed to be 20 years in the future?
Mariah lived out her lover girl dreams and settled down with her hubby, eventually opening a daycare for her 10 children, along with the Flint's redheaded bunch.
After graduating with a doctorate and conducting music while performing heart surgery, James was still not satisfied and traveled the world in search of mysteries that could only be solved in Oregon. He completed that too and is now working on his 7th PhD, 10th book, and learning his 57th instrument.
Darcy's dream of becoming a rad tech took a strange turn when she accidentally discovered a way to give people X-ray vision. She tried to keep it a secret at first, but after her patients started winning every hide-and-seek game without moving, things got complicated. Now she runs a secret federal program teaching CIA agents strategic see-through skills, but she still refuses to use her power for evil, except for picking the fastest checkout line at TJ Maxx.
Dylan pursued his career in surveying, though after learning the specifics of measurements down to the micrometer, he realized that Searcy County sports facilities were inaccurate. Because he didn't want to confront the city for their mistakes, he snuck to the facilities at night with shovels, concrete, and heavy equipment to fix the measurements. The city does not know who this guy is, but they are impressed by how clean and new the fields and court looks after a night with Dylan.
Ryland proceeded to stick to his mysterious ways. Some believe that he is Batman. He is only around when no one is watching. Could he be just a normal guy, or is he saving Gotham?
Now we will read our class wills.
Maxton Avey wills his amazing smile to Braden Caraway.
Aiden Barnes wills Logan Powers his favorite football number. He also wills Shay the ability to meet someone in the hole.
Lainey Blackwell wills her siblings to never give up on anything. She loves you guys. She also wills Sam the ability to keep being the funniest person ever and to keep being an amazing woman. She loves you.
Audrey Blair wills Cooper and Molly Blair the ability to make good grades and cherish every moment of high school. She also wills Miley Harris, Parker Pruitt, Izzy Harness, Campbell Horton, Kennedy Smith, Sailor Horton, and Amy Roberts the ability to continue making unforgettable memories and to keep being the funniest people ever.
Adam Brown wills Landon Brown the ability to keep good grades and do good in sports. He also wills Mason Gregg the ability to stay on the basketball team and keep striking golf balls.
Addison Brown wills her little brother Landon the ability to stay out of trouble and do good in school. She loves you and hopes you succeed in everything you do. She also wills the cheer team and all the underclassmen the ability to enjoy every moment and have fun. It goes by way too fast.
Toby Campbell wills the underclassmen the resolve to finish their schooling.
Caden Caraway wills his little brother Braden the ability to chase his dreams and never give up. Keep on keeping on. He also wills Dakota Collins the ability to graduate on time with him. Dakota, you can carry your knife now.
Cassidy Clark wills Cameron, Kaisley, Corbin, Bryson, Amy, Lily, Michaela, Cole, Riley, and Jasmine the ability to push through hard times, chase your dreams fearlessly, and to unapologetically be yourselves. She also wills her mother, Jill Clark, the ability to finish high school since she's been at it 20-plus years.
Allie Cloud wills the choir, band, and color guard underclassmen the ability to keep doing what they love and to please practice. She also wills Jack, JP, Emmett, and Delilah to work hard and make it through.
Dakota Collins wills Cody Horton the ability to stand up for himself and never let anyone get him down.
Cash Cox wills his little brother Jet the ability to make it through high school and get decent grades. He also wills Luke Harness, Trip Wallace, and Mason Gregg the ability to keep being little studs and try to make it through school.
Ezekiel Daniel wills Jonathan Jackson, his little brother, the intelligence to make it through school. He also wills the football team the ability to maybe be good next year.
Tisha Davis wills her little cousin Bentley to always try his hardest in school and not give up on his dreams. She also wills Elijah the ability to keep good grades and stay out of trouble.
Maya England wills Olivia Goodrich the ability to succeed in life, chase her dreams, and never give up. She also wills Veronica Sis the ability to pass her classes and succeed in everything she does.
Kayla Fancher wills her best friends Clara Wilson, Jane Smiley, the ability to get good grades and stay out of trouble. She also wills all the underclassmen the ability to cherish every moment.
Joseph Flint wills Mason House the ability to just have fun and not take it too serious.
Austin Flood wills his sisters the ability to be the best they can be and not to talk nearly as much as he did.
I will my little brother LJ and little sister Audrey the ability to push through these tough years and to always strive to be the best versions of themselves. I know you can get through anything if you have each other and God in your hearts. I can't wait for the bright future ahead of each of you. I also will the cheer team, softball team, and the rest of the underclassmen the ability to not take high school for granted and to cherish every moment.
Lakin Graham wills her brother the ability to achieve any goal he wants and to behave. She also wills Logan Powers, Michaela Gray, and Luke Harness the ability to make good grades, enjoy every moment, and make it to graduation.
Adam Harris wills the football jersey number 54 to Carter Mills. He also wills Addison Mills and all of his underclassmen to put their faith in God and make it through school.
Gus Horton wills Trip Wallace, Mason Gregg, Rocky Smith, Maddox Hayes, and Jet Cox to have fun in school and to not get into too much trouble. He also wills Trip the ability to pick on Hendrix as much as possible.
Matthew Horton wills Cody the ability to at least pass and graduate. He also wills the underclassmen the ability to have fun.
Colby House wills Brody Smith the jersey number 51. He also wills Coach Castle the ability to call different plays.
Kimberly House wills her little brother Mason House the ability to be good and to think before he speaks.
Kaiser Housley wills Little Wallace, Johnny, Jet Cooper Cox, Lucas, TK, Mike, Maddox, Trevor's Big Head, and Elijah Worley the ability to stay cool. He also wills Juan Santiago the ability to keep being a legend and to stay strong.
Maggie Housley wills Aim Bob, PP, Mai, Is, Ken, Campbell, and Gray the ability to keep working together and cherish what relationships you have. Braylee, Lily, Sailor, and the rest of the volleyball team keep working hard and make as many memories as you can. She also wills all the underclassmen the ability to dream big and never underestimate their worth and ambitions.
Ashlyn Hudspeth wills her little sister Brexley the ability to take her time in school and to push through even though you want to skip every day and never want to go. She also wills the cheer team the ability to have a great year and make as many memories as you can.
Tate Kelly wills the basketball and track boys the ability to push through the hard days and enjoy the good days because it'll pass fast.
Damian Kite wills Caden Kite, Logan Kite, Shay Dunham, Keegan Robbins, Daniel Griffith, Hayden Childers, Hayden Haynes, Adam Branscombe, and Connor Miller the ability to cherish every snap and give 100% until the final buzzer. He also wills his little brother Caden his football number 0, for him to pass down to Logan.
Adea Lindsay wills Braylee the ability to play her heart out on the volleyball court and to cherish these next few years because they fly by quickly. She also wills KK the ability to keep her head up and to not let the little things bother her. She wants you both to remember not to take these years for granted.
Camden Lindsay wills his sister Braylee the ability to quit stressing about the little things and enjoy high school while she still can. He also wills his other sister Kaylin the ability to enjoy high school, stay out of trouble, and get her attitude in check.
Timothy Martin wills the younger basketball players the ability to succeed. He also wills Shay Dunham the ability to graduate.
Sydney Morrison wills Jody Phillips the ability to make it through the coming years without her trio. She also wills the members of FFA to carry on traditions and to always try their best at CDE competitions, no matter how late they were added to the team.
Dustin Pruitt wills the underclassmen the knowledge to make it through and not care what others think. He also wills Votek the ability to continue to grow.
Jewel Ragland wills her cousins Hayden Childers, Stretch, and Abby Seipert the ability to be late to first period every day and somehow never make it to lunch detention. She also wills Addison Mills the ability to make everyone laugh by freaking out at every homecoming.
Ava Ratchford wills Logan Powers, Luke Harness, and all of her underclassmen friends the ability to take it all in and enjoy everything, even when it seems impossible. Try in school and try to have fun on weekends without us. Good luck. Love, Rat. She also wills her little sister Ellie Blue the ability to always remain true to herself. No matter what these next few years throw your way, remember to always, always know who you are. Headstrong, smart, kind, and beautiful. Remember that she has your back over anyone. Try your hardest in school, take it all in, and cherish every moment. It goes by in a blink. She loves you more than anything.
Lindsay Reed wills the MHS cheerleaders the ability to always have fun and cherish the memories.
Kaylee Richardson wills her little sister Kenley the ability to make it through school and the cheer and softball teams to enjoy every moment, and all underclassmen to cherish every moment and take risks.
Lorenzo Rivera wills Josh Oliver, Jenner King, Colt Yarbrough, and the rest of the up-and-coming baseball team to always try their best in everything they do. He also wills Rylan Riddick, Mason Gray, and Logan Powers the ability to make as many memories as they can because it will be over before you know it.
Faith Sutterfield wills her little brother and older sister the ability to keep continuing with their education and keep making your money. She also wills her underclassmen the ability to do good in school no matter how boring it is.
Bailey Switzer wills all the underclassmen the ability to follow their dreams.
Isaac Sitter wills Luke Harness and Shay Dunham the ability to survive the rest of high school and have fun on the weekends without their best buddies. He also wills Maddox Hayes the ability to graduate high school and maybe go a week without being in the ISS room.
Mariah Tang wills Veronica Siz the ability to pay attention in class and follow your dreams. She also wills Abby Gibson the ability to not take school for granted and succeed in life.
James Tester wills Miss K and the Bobcat Band the ability to keep being fantastic and follow their dreams. He also wills his little brother Archer the ability to do well in school, have fun, and chase his dreams of winning many basketball championships.
Darcy Treadwell wills Chloe Trotter the ability to push through the coming years and to not listen to the negative opinions of others. She also wills Jody Phillips strength for the coming years without her girls.
Dylan Tyler wills Trevor Tyler and Rocky Smith the ability to do good in class and stay out of trouble. He also wills the underclassmen the ability to enjoy it while it lasts and make as many memories as possible.
That concludes our class wills.
My name's Jake Starks. I am not Dustin's original recruiter. I am a recruiter. Due to some admin issues, though, I actually met Dustin for the first time this morning. So I'm going to recognize his service. I'm going to do my best. I didn't really prepare anything, so I didn't know I was going to be talking, but I'm going to try. So a little bit about myself. I am originally from Bigelow, Arkansas, and I know all the basketball fans know where that is. So I joined about 10 years ago. And my first unit that I went to was right here in Marshall, Arkansas, at the Army right down the road. And I had no idea. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't have a say in the matter. They just sent me up here. From the first day in this unit, I was able to tell who was local versus who was, from out of town. Because everybody local, they worked a little harder. They stayed a little later because they probably only had to drive 5 minutes down the road. But they still worked harder and they stayed later. And every time I came to drill on those drill weekends, those local members made me feel at home in this community. And the community, all the stores and local gas stations make us all feel at home. And every single one of those people from Searcy County that was in that unit were all exceptional. And I know, I don't know Dustin, like I said, I met him today, but if he's anything like the rest of the people that y'all sent to us, I know he's going to be exceptional as well. So thank y'all for trusting us with him. And we're going to do our best for him. And shout out to the teachers in the community here for doing a great job with y'all's kids. So thank y'all very much.
Good morning. Seniors, are you having fun yet? Today I am here to give a scholarship. The other scholarships were given last week at our banquet, so today we're just going to be presenting the Tracy Campbell scholarships. Seniors, I want you to look at each other right now. Just look at each other. Look up in the stands and look at your parents. Cherish this moment. We're not promised tomorrow. This is a very special day. This day is the present. It is a gift, and enjoy it. It is my honor to recognize the recipients of the Tracy Campbell Scholarship. As a dedicated literacy teacher, Tracy Campbell was a passionate advocate for reading and writing. She inspired her students to persevere through life's challenges and empowered them to express themselves with clarity and confidence. While she was committed to fostering a love of reading, her true passion was in nurturing and motivating students as writers. Ms. Campbell firmly believed in the transformative power of writing and the success it can help individuals achieve. This year marks the final awarding of the Tracy Campbell Scholarship, and I know that she would be very pleased with the recipients this year. The first $500 scholarship is awarded to Sydney Morrison. The second $500 scholarship is awarded to Cassidy Clark. Thank you.
Good morning. For those who do not know me, I am Miss Lacey, and I teach the medical professions concurrent credit classes for North Arkansas College. These classes provide students with certifications to go into the workforce or to meet prerequisite for licensed practical nursing program. I would like to take a moment of your time to recognize some amazing students who have passed through my program. These individuals, in addition to their high school classes, have completed 12 credit hours in the North Arkansas College Medical Professions Certificate of Proficiency program and received their PIN spring of 2024. The time-honored tradition of pinning has roots that go back all the way to the 12th century Crusades, when knights that cared for the sick were given crosses to wear. A more notable ceremony, one you may be more familiar with, would be the award to Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing. The tradition of pinning the next generation of healthcare worker is a passing of the torch. It recognizes the hard work and dedication of these students, as well as the sacrifices made in order to reach their goals. It symbolizes lifelong learning and the dedication to meet the competencies in order to provide the highest standard of care to those in need. It shows that they themselves embody the characteristics of a healthcare professional. These are some remarkable young students that deserve to be recognized today. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing to the end. Tisha Davis. You were always ready to get started and gave 100% in all that you did. Your ability to take on leadership roles in the classroom is a testament to the amazing person you are. Austin Flood. I never knew quite what to expect from you in the beginning. However, something tells me that you wanted it that way. However, by the end, your care and compassion was more than evident, and your sense of humor made me smile every day. Kimberly House. This young lady completed the North Arkansas College Certificate of Proficiency program, making the Dean's List. She was the State Skills USA Bronze Medalist for the Nursing Assistant Spring 2024 Conference. Kim, I hope you take with you the confidence you gained standing on that stage down in Hot Springs and know you can accomplish great things. These young adults may have already had their pinning ceremony. However, I feel their efforts should be recognized again today. Please give these hardworking students a round of applause.
As team leader of the CTE programs here at Marshall High School, we are excited to recognize and celebrate our seniors who have completed a program of study in a career and technical education program. This could be in agriculture, business, or family and consumer science. In order to be considered a completer, students must take and complete 3 courses of study within a career cluster and obtain an industry-recognized certification. We are excited to celebrate these students' hard work and accomplishments. We hope that they are better prepared to enter the workforce with real-life skills that will enable them to provide for themselves and be a strong contributor to society. When your name is called, please receive your completion certificate and cord to wear at graduation. After your name has been called, please gather at the far end of the gym for a group picture. Please hold your applause until all graduates are called. In Human and Social Services, Maggie Housley. In Human and Social Services, Ashlyn Hudspeth. In Human and Social Services, Kaylee Richardson. In nutrition, science, and dietetics, Jewel Ragland. In nutrition, science, and dietetics, Lindsay Reed. In nutrition, science, and dietetics, Camden Lindsay. In nutrition, science, and dietetics, Ezekiel Daniel. In nutrition, science, and dietetics, Matthew Horton. In medical office administration, Tisha Davis. In medical office and administration, Addison Brown. Medical office administration, Kimberly House. In marketing business enterprises, Addison Brown. In marketing business enterprises, Jewel Ragland. In marketing business enterprises, Faith Sutterfield. In power structures and animal systems, Kaiser Housley. In power structures, Damian Kite. In power structures, Maggie Housley. In power structures, Matthew Horton. In power structures and animal systems, Gus Horton. In power structures, Adam Harris. In power structures, Lakin Graham. In power structures, Ezekiel Daniel. In power structures, Adam Brown. In power structures, Dustin Pruitt. In power structures, Luke Switzer. In power structures and animal systems, Toby Campbell. In animal systems, Isaac Zitter. In animal systems, Dylan Tyler. In animal systems, Sydney Morrison. In animal systems, Tate Kelly. In animal systems, Cash Cox. In animal systems, Cassidy Clark. Give all these seniors a round of applause. Go to the far end of the gym for the picture.